Hello guys and welcome to my January White TBR or book list. Like I said in my reading challenge for 2018, I want to read books of a certain color every month. I'm going to start off the year with January and the white reading list, which is right here behind me. This reading list contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books in total. That's all the white books I found on my TBR. And I'm not planning on reading each and every single one of these because I usually get around 3 or 4 books per month. So I'm planning to read at least 3 to 4 books of this list here. Now I will show you which books are on my TBR or on my reading list for January. The first couple of books is German editions. The only reason being that for being them in German is that I got them really cheap or even for free, so that's why they are in German and not in English. So the first one I have here is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I've seen the movie to this one and just since I got this for free, really wanted to read the book to that too, so it's on my TBR. The next one is by Peter James and the English edition would be called Perfect People. Also in German, this one, and sounds really interesting, kind of sci-fi I think, something. We'll see if I read that one. Then the next one is actually by a French author. I also got this book for free. I've seen the movie to that one and it made me cry so bad, so I really want to read that book. It's called Hector's Travel and His Search for Happiness in English, I'm not really sure. It's by François Lelore. It's quite a short book, so I might really get into that one. Then another one, which is I guess the whitest I have. Here. It's Speechless by Hannah Harrington. Don't really know anything about that except that it's on my TBR, and yeah, that's about it. The next one is called Entangled by Kat Clark. Also don't really know a lot about that one. It's white, that's why it's on my list. Now we get into the English books. The first one here, well, the cover as such is not really that white, but the spine is. So I want to read 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. I also have the other two from that trilogy, so I think I just have to get started sometime, so I might read that one. The next one I have is Uprooted by Naomi Novik, I'm sorry. I just know this is kind of like a fairy tale where I'm not sure if it's every month, but from time to time they have to like sacrifice a young girl so their town stays safe and sound. But that's pretty much everything I know about this book. Then the next one is also not really that white on the front of the cover, but it is on the spine. It does have some light blue hue to it, but if you're not really looking too close, it's more white. It is Everless by Sarah Holland. I got this in my December Fairy Loot box and it looks really cool, and also the synopsis sounds kind of really interesting. Then the second to last book is the sequel to Ivory and Bone. I got that one in one of my very first Fairy Loot box. I got Ivory and Bone. So, and I really like that one, so I want to read the sequel to it, which is called Obsidian and Stars by Julie Ashbaugh. I really like the touch of the covers of those books. It's kind of like sandpapery, but also has this nice and shiny writing on it. So this is a prehistoric, or this takes place in a prehistoric setting, which is something I have never read before, Ivory and Bone. So then the last book on my list for White January is Fireblood by Ellie Blake. I've read Frostblood, the first one in this series, and I really liked it. So I want to get into the sequel to which is Fireblood. So as I said, I don't intend to read like all those 10 books, but I really want to try to read 4. So I guess I'm gonna go with this one here. I also want to read, I kind of feel like I want to read Obsidian and Stars. Everless is definitely going on it. And then it's kind of getting hard to decide which one I will take. So maybe I might be going with Uprooted. From there on, I don't know. We'll see. So at the end of January, I will show you which books I read and how much I liked them. And then I'll also give you the reading list for February, which is going to be yellow. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you, bye!